All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of Relaxed and Living. I'm going to try to give you some helpful tips and tricks on how to trim a tree today. First, you're going to need a few tools. Got some regular clippers, a folding saw, and a pole saw. Now this one also has the clipper right there, so I don't have to always be on the ladder. The tree I'm going to be trimming today is the willow, so really it's too leafy to compost a lot of it. I will take the bigger stuff and throw it in my compost, but got the container as well. Before I do the willow though, I'm going to do this orange tree over here. So let's get to it. Now the orange tree here in back is almost done. Most of the oranges are beyond ripe, rotting, or have been picked. Just need to thin this thing out, get some proper airflow around it. That's one of the real trees that I want to get to today. Let me back up. And the shape is coming around nicely. It's been around about 4 years. It's a dwarf mandarin. The one I really want to get to is this one. Here's a little hard to see because things are so thick, but when you got 3 branches, let me do it like this. If you got 3 branches and you got one growing up through the middle, take out that middle one. That way you give it a little bit more breathing room and you clean things out, get more airflow. So here, if you can see this, I got 3 main branches and I can just cut that one out, thin it out quite a bit. Same here, got, well, more than 3. I'll take out that middle one. All right, and see how much airflow I'm getting from that.
I was having some mic issues, but what I was trying to say is I have a border between my yard and the flower beds. So what I want to do is I want to promote growth up rather than out. I don't want to be hitting branches while I'm mowing a yard or running about the yard. So here I'm just trimming around my border.
If you see any limbs that are growing back towards the stem, you want to cut those out. I want to promote growth out and up. So things like this that are growing back out towards the main, I'm going to clip that off. All right. Now here's a good example here. See how all this stuff is just kind of laying on top of each other? What I want to remove is things like this, where I'm trying to, come on, focus. Focus, there we go, focus. What I want to do is remove something like this. And, just so they're not lying on top of each other, because it's a big jumbled mess right now, and that's what we want to clean up. All right, they say not to go more than 2/3 your tree. I'll probably push that a little bit, but as you can see, it looks much more clean and airy, and that's what we're looking for. Sunlight and air, so the kid can go through and destroy your tree. That's what you're looking for. All right, let's not wreck the tree, kid.
Moving on to my pepper tree. As you see here, it had some weight on the branch, so it just peeled that bark. I'm not going to go through the whole cuts again on the pepper tree because really it's the same concept. You want to air things out and you want to try to get as much sunlight and airflow through your tree.
Just using the pole cutter and it just peeled that bark off. Now luckily I will be trimming that thing back, so I'll be cutting off that main branch anyways. But this is what happens if you don't do it properly. What you want to do is you want to take the weight off. You'll do a cut. I'll do a cut on one side, about halfway through, then on the other side, about another halfway through, and that way when it breaks and snaps because of the weight, it doesn't give the peel. Prime example where I got a stem coming up and it's growing back towards the tree. There's a lot of weight here. So what I want to do is I want to trim off some of this weight, and then I'm going to make a cut, and I'm going to make a cut a little bit far off so it doesn't peel the bark. So let me get to that and I'll show you after I get some footing here. Okay, now that I got most of that weight cut off, I can take off this whole limb here, and I'm going to make a cut underneath. And then I'm gonna make a cut on top. Just a little offset, not too bad. And see how that cuts off? There, that's the proper way. All right, well, I hear the kids screaming in the neighbor's yard on the pull thing, and I got it pretty well cleaned up. I think you guys get the point. Just air it out, try to get some sun in there. I'm gonna take a break, probably head down to the beach. Till next time, stay relaxed, keep on living.